another day out on the Appalachian Trail, and definitely got rested in Gatlinburg. Trish dropped me off at about 10. I started uphill. Today is March 24th, 2022. Did about 2 miles so far. Thought I'd reach out and sort of give you an update. Took a 0 yesterday. When I got done on Tuesday, my feet hurt, my neck hurt. Everything seemed to hurt when I hit that 2,000 mile mark, or the 200 mile mark. So stayed in a nice little motel downtown Gatlinburg. Had some good food, some good rest. Got my laundry done yesterday. Trish and I had pizza. We were alone, which was great, except for Kitty and Mandy. Kitty was definitely the mayor of the town. She's doing super, and both the dogs are having fun. So Trish headed back home, and all planned is what we talked about. She's gonna be meeting me out in Hot Springs, so looking forward to that. So I got a new pair of inserts for my shoes. Hopefully those will help the arches. Got about 10 pounds of food, so I won't have to get any food until Standing Bear. That's what I'm thinking. And we're just gonna pound through these Smokies. Weather looks beautiful today. Some awesome views. Once we get to this Collins shelter, really looks like a lot of it is going downhill towards Hot Springs. So one thing I want to mention was just coming up, all the people that want to do the Appalachian Trail and don't understand it and can't figure out what you're doing. They all want to do it, but they really don't get it. But it was cool just talking to them coming up, and it gives you some motivation to keep on going, because that people say after a couple hundred miles you start getting a little dragged down, and any type of motivation like that, or trail magic or anything like that, really helps. So meeting some great people, and hopefully I'll run into them again. It's gotta get, like I said, about 2 miles in. Gonna stop at the shelter, sort of have a little snack, and then keep on heading down to probably Peck's Corner shelter, which is about 8 miles. So it's about 11:30. Again, this is Rick Osborne Jr. with Geology Rocks, Stillwater hiker, also known as rock and roll. So on the Appalachian Trail, Nobo 2022. Talk to you later. Yeah, one little note I wanted to mention, and I've been looking at a lot of this really cool evergreen pine / really Canadian. You think we're in the top parts of Canada. And after some research, this environment is really unique for this area. But a lot of conditions are really suitable for these type of trees, and real similar to the upper part of Canada. So once you get down to a lower elevation, you don't have any of this. A lot of this rock is all this metal conglomerates. This is over 1 billion years old. They call this Thunderhead sandstone, which is actually a metal conglomerate. You could see some really nice quartz crystals, a lot of quartz veins. So this was, over 1 billion years old, deposited here when this was a big sea. And continents were pretty much together. So over time, there's been a lot of folding and faulting and erosion, and now you're left with this. So beautiful landscape, beautiful area. Hear the birds chirping, but again, spectacular. Definitely a gift from God, giving us all these beautiful sights. And there's a real good unconformity right there. This is the gneiss rock overlaid by this metal conglomerate, which is right here, sandstone. So thunderhead over on top of this very old gneiss material, slatey material. That was actually a really good spot and possibly a unconformity. If that was an unconformity, it would be a nonconformity. Crystalline rock overlaid by sedimentary stuff, or sedimentary overlaid crystal. But a lot to learn about the Smoky Mountains geology, and that's just a little bit about the habitat we have here. And keep on looking. Talk to you soon. Well, here we go. This is the sunset. Beautiful night out. And we got 14 people sleeping in the shelter and probably the same amount of tents around this shelter. Called Peck's Corner. Neat little place. And just watching the sun drop. So thanks for a great day today. Thanks, honey, for bringing me up. And I'll try to call you later, but it was great spending a couple days with you, and I can't wait to see you again in Hot Springs. So, this is Rick Osborne Jr. with Geology Rocks, Nobo 2022, Stillwater Hiker, also known as Rock and Roll, signing off March 23rd, 2022. Over and out.